The moment you try to define reality, it slips away. Words reduce what experience expands. Now, this is a paradox. And there are two things that I feel I want to address about this. First thing is that language is something made up. Language is something that is definitely one of the most beautiful things that exists because without language, we would not be able to exist. It is made by humans. It is not perfect because essentially, whatever is perfect is the creation of the universe. Because we are products of the universe and because we are the ones who create language does not mean that language means perfection. Because there are so many things that language fails to express, the language fails to encapsulate. And there are so many things that language does not even have the power to hold or understand or possibly even transfer. The second thing is that the current state of humans is something that is so impatient, is something that is always dying to express something. Everyone's always the center of attention for themselves, which is not at all a bad thing. That is how humans are. I don't think that unconditional love or selflessness exists as much as people say it exists. Selflessness and unconditional love, or something of that sort, which I hope you know what I mean, are things that we say we are in order to feel good about ourselves, which in itself is not selfless. And I know a lot of people might just be blatantly in strong disagreement about this. I'm not saying that unconditional love does not exist, it may exist. But in all the relationships that I have seen or know of that can possibly ever exist, not just in terms of my existence, but in terms of any relationship that can possibly exist in the world, any understanding between two humans and their relationship, I don't think there is any unconditionality. Is that a word? Between them. Let me go a little deeper on this. I don't think it exists because innately humans function to survive. Innately, we're animals. Though we have greater consciousness, we have greater understanding, innately, we're animals. We exist to survive. And to survive, not in a society, but as a part of the society who is an individual. Individuality is the only thing that exists, and without individuality, nothing exists, not society, not a cult, not anything, not relationships. If you are not you, if you don't exist, nothing exists, which means you are still the center of attention for yourself. As much as you deny it, as much as you don't see it, as much as you think it's not true, in the end, everything that you do is in a way to please yourself, is in a way to help you survive, is in a way to help your gratification, is in a way to help you grow or make you fail. Even your failure is your own choice because it brings something in you. I don't know what, because it is a very, very, very subjective topic, but because, point being, coming back to what I was saying, the second point that I want to address about this paradox is that because we are self centered beings, we do not listen. We only wait to express ourselves. The moment that you try to define reality, it slips away. It is not about the listening much as it is about the patience that you need to listen. Now, patience is important because if you don't have patience to fully take in reality before you try to express it, because you are so self centered about your own expression, you reduce your experience. You reduce your experience the moment you try to define how you're feeling, how you think the things are going. And particularly, this paradox is not about expression, it is about experience. If you don't experience it, how would you express it? It is not that you stop expressing, it is that you fully experience first, then express. It is a very thin line, and you almost have to hold yourself back by putting your own hand on your mouth because you know the moment that you speak, it won't be something that is invaluable, something, it won't be this asset, it won't be this thing that you know that exists in your experience of it, but it will also be a thing that is not just in your periphery of experience, but is also up to other people to judge and add their own understanding. And when other people put their own understanding to it, they change its form entirely. Because no one is the same, no fingerprint is the same, no thought pattern is the same. When you try to express it, when you try to express your first thought before even experiencing it fully, you take it away. Because it is not just that you are a selfish person to express it before you even experience it, it is also that the person you are expressing it to, if you're expressing it to a person, is a selfish person as well. And it's not saying that selfishness is bad, it is the way people are. It is inevitable. It is the reality. So there is no bad or good about it. It is just the truth. It is just the plain truth. However, when you express it, you're both now stuck in a loop of expressing something that you experienced, maybe for a fleeting moment in time, which has completely gone now, and you're stuck in this loop of playing, of creating this mess of words. As much as you can possibly be eloquent while still not being able to fully express it in the way, because expression is not reality. Expression is not reality. What you express is your version of reality, and what you express is not the truth. The truth is the experience.